Differentiation. Functions of a function using chain rule. Example 4. Question 1. Y equals sine cube x. Well, this is actually written as y equals sine x all to power 3. This is the preferred way of writing it, but it's the same thing. But we're going to use the general formula for when y equals x to power of n, then dy dx equals n x to power n minus 1. We're also going to use chain rule formula, which is dy dx is also equal to dy du or dv or dt, whatever you make the function be, times the u or dv or dt divided by dx. So that's the two formulas that we're going to use in this case. Right, referring to the question, we can say let u equals sine of x. Therefore, the du dx equals, if you differentiate sine x, you get cos of x. But we also know that y equals sine x to power 3, which is equal to u to power 3. So now we can say dy du will be equal to, now using that formula here, you can see your u is the x and n is the 3. So the y, the u, the y, the x will be n x to power n minus 1. So in this case, it will be 3 u 3 minus 1, which is 2. Now, to apply the chain rule formula, the y, the x equals to the y du. The y du is 3, but I know what u is. U is sine of x. So that'll be 3 sine squared of x, which is that, times the u dx. So the u dx is cos of x. Cos of x. And that's the solution. That's the solution to the differential of y equal to sine cube x. Question 2, we can say let u equals 5x squared. So we always put the bracket as u. The bracket here is 5x squared, so that's what u will be. You don't have to use u. You could use v or t or any other letter you prefer. The u dx. And that would be, we can see we're using that now. So that's a 5 there already. So that's 5 times 2. So that would be 10 x to power 2 minus 1 is 1, x to power 1. But we also know that y equals tan u, because u is 5x squared. The y, the u, now if you differentiate tan x, you get sec squared x. So that will be sec squared u. If you differentiate tan of x, you get sec squared of x. So now, applying the chain rule formula, the y, the x equals the y du is sec squared u, and u is 5x squared, times the u dx is 10x. So we can now say 10x sec squared 5x squared, and that's the dy dx, and that's the final answer for the differential of y equals tan 5x squared.